Hello and welcome to the worst BPL team of the season. We have of course got the actual BPL team of the season of the players that were ridiculously good this year and they just played so much better than everyone expected. So EA were like, you guys are insane, let's give you all +5s on your ratings. So Harry Kane has gone from like an 80 to an 86 and stuff like that because he's obviously ridiculously good and his card is massively undervalued. This team though, I am going to go through the team that are massively overvalued, and if EA did worst team of the season cards and downgraded people, these will be the guys 100% that would be getting it. Downgrades are probably never going to happen because unless they straddle the gold to silver boundary and someone who's 76 becomes a 74, it's not really worth it because no one will buy the worst card unless it was, like I said, a different card type. So it's probably never going to happen, but I thought it would be interesting to take a look at them anyway and just have a little play around and have some fun. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you smash a like on it. If you could get 5,000 in the first 2 hours, I will bring you guys another squad builder showdown tomorrow. I know you guys love that series and would like to see some more, so drop a like and I'll bring you one of them. And we're just going to get into it as well. Don't go mad if I start hating on your team. I'm sure if you're not a Liverpool fan, you love to laugh at Gerrard slipping. I'm sure if you're not an Arsenal fan, you love to laugh at Robin van Persie going to Man U and lifting the trophy. But if you are one of them fans, appreciate that you laugh at the other one and just take it on the chin and just have a laugh and stuff like that. Don't go mental at me just because we start taking the piss out of your team, because I'm sure you take the piss out of everyone else's. And let's get in. And up first, we have got Aruna Kono. So we're going straight to my team. This guy, I don't even know what to say. He actually can't score a goal. I know he's been injured, and do you know what annoys me the most? We paid 8 million for him, and he's about 47, and he's played out 4 games for us, and he's just terrible. When we bought him, maybe if he'd have played sick that season, he might have been worth the 8 million, and he'd have played all right the next season. But he was terrible, and then he got injured, and now he's like 42, and he's never played a game for us, and he's a gold card, and he's actually quite good on FIFA, but he's terrible in real life, so I don't know how he is a gold. Next one then, we have got Abu Diab. This guy has never played a game of football in his life and somehow has ended up with a 76 rated gold card on FIFA with 80 dribbling. How do we know he can dribble? He's never played football before. All he does is just go to the physio and go home and get paid ridiculous amounts of money. 81 physical. He's made of glass. Now, I'm not sure how good glass is physically, but I'm pretty sure it's not very good. But Diab, there he is, 76 rated gold, never played a game of football in his life, and he's got a gold card on FIFA 15. Next up, we've got Robin van Persie, who's kind of a bit of a weird one because he's actually not too bad in real life, let's be honest. Robin van Persie is a very good footballer. He scored, I think, 10 goals this season in about 30 appearances or something like that, which is good. He's not a bad player by any stretch of the imagination, but he's the highest rated striker in the BPL. He's 88 rated. He is not deserving of that at all. Maybe knock him down to 84 or something like that he'd go down to underneath team of the season Harry Kane and people like that, because 88, highest rated player in the Premiership. Is that Robin van Persie? No, it bloody well isn't. Next one, we have got Gareth Barry. Again, we're going to Everton. He was one of the mainstays of our season, not the season just finished, the season before that. He was so good. Him and Sylvain Distin, who isn't in this squad, was just ridiculous. This season, he's been watching too much rugby. Is the Rugby World Cup on this summer, or was it on last summer? And this guy was just watching it endlessly because the only thing he can do is pass the ball sideways. He never passes it forward. Half the time it gets intercepted and someone's going to score because he's got 48 pace and he can't run after the ball. And he's just terrible. I think he got an upgrade going from FIFA 14 to 15. He deserves to be a silver based on this season's performances, if I'm perfectly honest with you, as do quite a few of the guys in this team. Next on them, we have got Jesus Navas, who I think he's one of the highest wingers in the Prem. We've of course got Hazard and we got Sanchez, who are just ridiculously good players. And then I think after them two, it is Jesus Navas. And literally, this guy couldn't cross a road, never mind a football into the box. He's played 42 games for, you've got to bear this in mind, Manchester City, and he's got 8 assists. He is passing the ball to Sergio Aguero. Just that in by itself is ridiculous. Then Dzeko, it was ridiculous in the air for crosses. We've got Boney as well, who's ridiculous. And Man City have just got umpteen million ridiculously good strikers and midfielders and goal scoring midfielders. Frank Lampard scores more goals than most people's strikers. This guy can pass the ball to any of them, and he somehow only managed 8 assists. I reckon I could get more assists than that playing for City. Literally just get the ball and kick it by Aguero, and Man City are going to end up with a goal. And somehow this guy has only managed 8. He literally couldn't cross a road. Next one, we have got Adebayor. 80 rated, definitely deserves to be bronze, this guy. I'm taking the piss. But come on, he's so bad. And the funny thing about it, the reason I put this guy in is because he blames his awful form on the fact that his mum is a witch. He genuinely believes that his mum is still in Africa doing voodoo spells and making him play terrible for Tottenham Hotspur. Oh my god. Anyway, let's move on to Mathieu Flamini, who has got more yellow cards this season than successful passes, which is why I have put this guy in this squad again. Probably with 77 deserves to go down to like 74 or 73. Coquelin is unbelievably million times better than this guy now, but somehow he is still a gold. So we are now going to move on to the main body of this squad and get into the main ones that you guys voted for on Twitter. And these aren't, like I said, actually going to happen, but it is just a bit of fun to do the video. And there's probably players that are actually worse than these guys as well, but they just don't play, so I don't know them. They're not overrated, they're just terrible. So there's probably bronze players in the BPL who are worse than these guys, but bronze players are bronze players and they're meant to be terrible. So if you guys want to comment me like the worst goalkeeper, the worst centre-backs, the worst left mid that actually play in the Prem, might not necessarily be overrated, but just actually the worst ones, we're going to go through some that are overrated. So up first in goal, we have got Rob Green. QPR have an absolute dismal season. I don't think Rob Green can remember what a clean sheet is, so that is why we've put him in there at 76. He actually makes some decent saves sometimes, but he's so dodgy and he's just howler after howler with this guy. Like I said, he doesn't know what a clean sheet is, which is why as well I've put in front of him Rio Ferdinand. He's actually only played 11 games for QPR this season, which if you think about it, QPR, like I've just said, don't know what a clean sheet is this season. Rio Ferdinand is 79 rated and he can't get into that defence. I reckon I could get a game at left back for QPR at times this season. It is ridiculous, but Rio Ferdinand can't, and he has got a 79 rated gold card on FIFA. Next to him, we have got Dejan. We're going to put two in. We've got Dejan Lovren and Glenn Johnson. Lovren got an upgrade in January. I don't know how, I don't know what EA was smoking, but somehow they gave this guy an upgrade. Possibly one of the most overpaid and overrated, and just such a bad season compared to his one at Southampton last season. And Liverpool fans are probably going to hate me because I'm an Everton fan and I'm ripping into Lovren and Johnson, but just be honest with yourselves, they are both awful. How Johnson has got a gold card this year anyway is beyond me. And I appreciate that Lovren was good last season, but based on this season, 80 rated is terrible. And they both deserve, Johnson deserves to go down to like a 72. I don't know how he's higher rated than Tony Hibbert, if I'm perfectly honest with you. And Lovren is just, I don't know what's going on with him. He just seems to have no confidence and can't get anything at all right. So doesn't deserve that upgrade that he somehow got in January. Left mid, we have got Hatem Ben Arfa, who is probably better called Fatem Ben Arfa, as you guys probably know. He is ridiculously unfit. He's played 8 games this season for Hull after they tried to loan him out to a team. I think it was Lille in France, I'm not too sure. They tried to loan him out to a French team and he wasn't allowed because he'd already played for Newcastle and Hull in this season because he did a pre-season friendly or a cup qualifier or something like that for Newcastle. I'm not too sure, but he played for both teams. He wasn't then allowed to go and play for another one in France, so he had to come back for Hull and they were kind of just stuck with him. He ended up playing 8 games and the only thing he did in any of them games was get a yellow card. He barely even touched the ball. Absolutely terrible. He's kind of really talented, but he also just absolutely loves cake, so he's screwed basically. He's totally unfit and he just basically can't play professional level football. On the opposite side, we have got Aidan Migizi, who is 78 rated, the same as Ben Arfa, and I've got no idea how both of them are gold. Migizi, at the start of this season, I was like, oh god, we've got Migizi still, because the season before, he was awful, and in the first game, he scored one of the most insane goals I've ever seen in my life, and then he scored like 2 goals for Ireland, where he did, one of them he did a bloody, his skill move, he's got his own skill move, so he doesn't deserve 5-star skills, he just doesn't deserve to be gold. He did the Migizi spin and then smashed it in the far corner, and I was like, holy shit, Migizi's good. Nope, not even a little bit. Definitely deserves to be a silver along with Ben Arfa. In the centre, we have got Angel Di Maria, who might be a bit of a controversial one with you guys, but I'm going to put it to you that this guy has got a 94 rated centre attacking mid card. Before Team of the Season came out and Hazard got a 95 card, this was the one. He's got a Team of the Year and he can't get a game ahead of Fellaini. Now make of that what you will, and Fellaini has, to be fair to the guy, been playing really, really well. When you're 86 rated and you've got a 94 rated Team of the Year card from when you were at Real Madrid, for God's sake, you should be playing every game. You should be one of the best players in the Premier League, and he can't even get a game ahead of Fellaini and Herrera. He can't even get a game on the wing ahead of Ashley Young and Valencia, which is just mental. I know they can't play 5 at the back, but even still, just put the guy on the pitch. He's one of the best, or he was last year, one of the best footballers in the world, and this year, just can't even get a game. He literally just sits on the bench for Man U. It is absolutely insane that this guy that has happened to him, basically. Surely he's going to leave. No, I'm saying he deserves a downgrade, but this is Angel Di Maria, for God's sake. Based on this year, he probably does deserve a downgrade from that 86, but at the same time, it is Di Maria, and for God's sake, just put him in your team, Van Gaal, and let him be insane. Next one, we have got Fernandinho, who was in this squad because I have watched basically every Premier League game that is on the telly this year, and Man City are in them a lot, and I've watched Match of the Day every day, and I've just done all sorts and basically seen every Premier League game that I possibly could. I don't think I've ever seen Fernandinho play. Of course he's been on the pitch, but I've just never ever seen him. It's absolutely crazy. When Yaya Toure isn't in the Manchester City midfield, it's like it doesn't exist. And this guy's like 82, and apart from Toure, one of the highest rated centre mids, he just probably doesn't deserve it at all. To finish off this video then, first up at forward, we have got Roberto Soldado. He is one rating higher than his Spurs teammate Adebayor, who we've seen down on the bench. He's actually scored 1 goal less than Adebayor in the Premier League this season, so that's probably not correct. And a whopping grand total of 1. He scored 1 goal in the Premier League all season as Soldado, and Adebayor scored 2. Mental that this guy is 81 rated. This guy's normal card is higher than Kane, his normal card, which is just stupid because neither him or Adebayor get a game ahead of Kane because he's ridiculously good. So EA should probably bump Kane up loads next season and throw them two down to almost silver. Next, we have got who else but Mario Balotelli. Why always him? Well, Mario, it is you this time because the only thing you're worse at than putting on bibs is scoring goals in the Premier League. He scored a whopping 3 goals all season for Liverpool, and 2 of them were in Europe, the different European competitions. He scored 1 in the Champions League, 1 in the Europa League, and he scored 1 in the Premier League. So he's not had a good season at all and definitely doesn't deserve to be bought for 16 million and to be 82 rated. That then just leaves arguably the biggest flop this Premier League season, Radamel Falcao, 88 rated, £300,000 a week this guy was getting paid, and he scored 4 goals. I don't even know how many £1 million that is per goal, but it is ridiculous. 88 rated again, he's miles worse than Van Persie this season. They're both the 2 highest rated starting on their base cards in the Premier League for strikers, with only Eden Hazard at left mid, the other 88 in this league, and it's just stupid. Neither of them deserve it. Falcao in particular doesn't deserve it, so he should probably go down to, again, about an 83 or an 84 based on this season's performance. But that is where we're going to leave it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Like I said, don't take it too seriously and start going mental and getting pissed off. If you're an Arsenal fan, like I said, I'm sure you'll love to laugh at Gerrard falling over. And if you're a Man U fan, I'm sure you'll love to laugh about RVP lifting the trophy after leaving Arsenal. So if you're a Man U fan, don't go getting up in my grill because I slagged off Van Persie. Because if you're going to give it, you've got to be able to take it as well. But if you guys do know any other ones, either any people who are overrated that I've missed out, or just the worst players in the Premier League, pop them down in the comment section. Like I said, if you've enjoyed, smash a like, subscribe if you're new around here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.